Hello there. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about my budget for the month of July and how I use all of my money in July. And I put a lot of emphasis on the word use because I live by what's called like a zero-based budget, meaning that, well, number one, I budget monthly, but also by the end of the month, I have no money in my checking account. So if I get paid the first of every month, the 30th of the month, by the end of the day, there's $0 in my account because I use all of my money. And I say use because using is different than spending. I think when people hear the word spend, they think of like shopping or just like buying in general. But using, for me, there's like different ways you can use money. So number one, you can spend it. There's that. But you can also save it. You can invest it. You can pay off debt with it. So just how are you using your money? And that's what this video is a breakdown of, how I'm using my money for the month of July. That being said, let's get into the video. So first up is housing. So the correct number for housing for me is 27% of my income. So a general rule of thumb, you want to keep your housing like below 30%. Like that's the max that you want to do for your housing, 30%. So I'm like right there. I'm really, really close. But so yeah, just 27%. And for me, that includes my rent and utilities. So all of that is included in that. Next up is subscriptions, and that's taking up just 2% of my total budget for the month. So that's like Hulu, Netflix. I even have DC Universe because I'm that person. What else do I have? Adobe, so I can make these videos. Things like that. So anything that I'm like paying for monthly online is included in that 2% for subscriptions. Next is my phone bill, so just 1%. So that's pretty good for that. Next is living. So if you've seen some of my past videos, so I'm anything that I like need on a day-to-day basis, I pay for with cash. So at the beginning of the month, I take out in this case, 12% of my like monthly income, I take that out in cash, and that's how I pay for shopping, groceries, eating out, entertainment. But during the current state of the world, what is entertainment these days? But yeah, and household items. I think those are my 5 categories. And household items is like toilet paper and stuff like that. But all of that is cash that I take out at the beginning of the month, and that's living expenses. So that's 12%. Next is my treat yourself budget of 6%. So back when I first paid off my car, if you haven't seen that video, go and watch it. I'll link it up here or down below. But when I was paying off my car, I was really strict, and I never treated myself to anything. Like it didn't matter if it was like $20, I wouldn't get it for myself because I was so focused on paying off my car. And that kind of backfired when I ended up, I did pay off my car, but I had like restricted myself so much that I kind of went overboard with decorating this apartment, and I put a lot of things on credit cards, and now I have to pay off my credit card debt. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it up below or up above. But yeah, so I don't want that to happen this time when I'm paying off the credit cards and eventually paying off my student loan. So I've carved out a treat yourself budget of 6%. Next is my city credit card. So if you saw last month's budget video, you'll notice a big difference from last month. This month, I'm putting 20% of my budget towards the city credit card, which is like huge. And that's because I'm almost done paying off my Apple credit card. So it's really exciting actually to know that I'm so close to paying off that one credit card. And I'm doing the debt snow method. So I'm paying my smallest debts off first, and that's the Apple credit card. And then when I'm done with that, I'll jump to the Citi credit card. So this month I will pay off the Apple credit card, and then I can put a lot more money towards the Citi credit card. Yeah, so that's 20%. Next is giving, and I am giving 4% of my monthly budget this month. Next is student loans. I'm doing 22% of my budget this month for student loans. And I'm doing this, again, that's a big change from last month, but I'm doing this because so basically, I can afford to pay off the interest on my student loans this month. And that's not really following my plan, like my debt snowball plan, but I'm doing that because pretty soon federal student loans are going to start accruing interest again. And I'm in a position to pay off the interest on my student loans. So I was like, you may as well just do it, Simone. So I'm going to, just take the plunge and pay off all of my interest on my student loans, which is great because after the interest, I just have to pay $35,000 in student loans. But yes, but at least the interest will be taken care of on the student loans this month. So let's praise him for the small things. Thank you. Last but not least, as I mentioned, is my Apple credit card. So 7% of my monthly income will be going towards my Apple credit card, and it will be paid off. And I'll be making a video this month. I don't know if it'll come out this month, but I will be making a video when I officially pay off that card. So be looking for that. Another thing I should mention, also, this is the first month that my monthly income isn't just like my normal job. So this month, I actually am going to be paid from YouTube. I finally got monetized on YouTube, and this month I'll get my first paycheck from YouTube. So my overall income was a little bit bigger than last month's, which is really nice. And my next video that I put out will be about my whole monetization process and how long it actually took me to get monetized on YouTube. So if you're interested in knowing that, look out for that video next week. Okay, I think that's it, guys. So yeah, just kind of short, sweet, and to the point this week. For me, it really helps to create a monthly budget. And I think that's because my first real job, I was paid monthly. And I don't know, that's just how my brain thinks about money now. I just think of it as like a monthly perspective, like what can you do in 30 days time? So for me, it really helps. I don't currently get paid monthly anymore. I get paid twice a month, but I still just break it down monthly. So I come up with an overall monthly picture of what we're going to do, which is kind of what I just went over. And then from there, I get 2 paychecks. And when the first paycheck comes, I'm like, okay, well, out of the budget, what can I do with this paycheck? And then when the second paycheck comes, I'm like, okay, now I can finish the other goals. So yeah, that's kind of how I break down my budget. If you're interested in having like a full video about my like actual process and how I like really create my budget and things that I think through, let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps support the channel. Comment down below. That also helps support the channel. And if you're not subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. Go ahead and subscribe. I am currently at 1,452 subscribers as of July 12th. So that's huge for me. I've gained 200 subscribers in the last month, I think. So I'm really growing. I'm a small channel, so that's really good for me. And it would really help me if you just hit that subscribe button. It'd make my heart feel super happy. I'll see you next time. Bye.